good Saturday, everybody watching YouTube. I'm Structure Mike, and I'm here with a good friend, Dr. Theodore.
Hello.
We're here today with a main tournament race between thalane and Flipheal in Group Z. They're playing Mac Boss, which is exciting. Or what do you think about Mac Boss, Dr. Eworm?
I think it's great if you get lots of compasses or lots of ways to defeat bosses early. Otherwise, it's very stressful.
Yeah, it adds an extra twist for what's the boss in this dungeon. Notice we can see the boss look like what boss it is if we have the compass for the dungeon. And then you every time you press the X button, you go, hope it's not Trinix, hope it's not Trinix.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Of course, I'm sure we'll have lots of people hoping for that required Ice Trinex in GT, everybody's favorite feature of McBoss.
The legendary. So quick stats. Thalane is 1-1 in groups, and Flipheal has not played a game yet in groups, so this is their first game. Both runners are really, really good NMG runners. They both have a 125 on the leaderboards. So I expect some stellar execution here, which will be mixed up by McBoss for sure. And we start out with a sword and sank. Let's go.
Yeah, like you said, both.
Cold Stair kill and Hera. Many interesting scenarios. Starting sword, I mean, is already an indicator. Not a heavy one, but puts it on her mind at least. Get a nice blue mail in Lost Woods. You know, immediately that's nice extra safety for the inevitable Ice Trinix.
Inevitable Ice Trinex. Inevitable. Zero chance of no Ice Trinex happening.
So yeah, have you had any good McBoss seeds in this tournament yet, Stark?
I have not. Both of my group matches have been open hard. Yeah, I've not gotten to really experience much of the variation in modes, although I've very much enjoyed watching it. And playing qualifiers was really fun this year too, getting to do one of each.
Yeah, absolutely. I like that little change for sure. Like you said, McBoss, it is a very viewer-friendly mode because there's always some interesting stuff going down.
Oh yeah, it muddies the waters on go mode, right? So unless it's a really front-loaded seed, there can be a lot of moments of, well, we're in go mode unless, or we only need one item as long as.
Unless, yes. And we also want to keep track of these maps and compasses that we find for, you know, logic reasons, since logically the seed expects you to have both map and compass for the boss kill. But that very rarely actually comes up as a twist.
Yeah, it is rare, but it's such a good feeling when you get like a hookshot locked map or something and realize, oh, that means something. Aga intensifies already Already a
Oh,
Master Sword.
baby.
Oh boy.
All right, so we can already go and kill Aga, but at Moonpearl has Darkwell access.
That's right. Bombos doesn't exist until we find the boots.
Exactly. Already being on 2 swords, though, is sort of a relief, because you're not forced into any early swordless boss battles in Eastern or Hera, for example.
Yeah, absolutely.
Are you a race game gambler? Do you gamble race game?
I do in Folky Sanity.
Right. Some people tend to do it like more often if they find nothing in CAC.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, I mean, there's several things that come into play, right? Like if you don't have a weapon yet and you're low on bombs, I would not do it, right? So that I can have that extra bomb from any Moldorm cave.
Yeah. The resources early game is more important than a gamble. Also, we found a cape on the race game. Did anyone say that Aga intensifies?
It's an interesting one. I don't know if I would if you see that cape on race game, do you immediately like if you, let's say you did scout it, do you immediately go back for it since you already have the Master Sword, or do you just sort of keep it in mind for later and
In boss shuffle, probably I would grab that.
yeah, okay, good point.
In other seeds, I don't know. I would probably always grab it. If
us all of West Dark World.
Yeah. I wonder if Thalane is gonna do an Agina shake.
Oh baby.
Being thorough here in the early game when a potential Aga is on the play is a strategy a lot of people use.
So just to address chat, yeah, so this is full boss shuffle. Every boss will appear once, and then 3 bosses will appear twice. The compass of a dungeon will let you check your map in that dungeon to see who the boss is. We've collected a fair amount of them. So far we've got Pod, Swamp, and Skull Woods.
Only 1 map so far, or is it 2 maps?
I think 2, but I don't remember which they are.
And we talked to Zaha, so we know Hera is the green pendant in this one. Did we get the map to Podby? Chat informs us. Very interesting. So if I would guess, Lane is putting off South Shore in favor of trying to get some more money for Sora.
Yeah.
Gets rewarded with a hook shot in the Zaha's closet.
And not saving quitting, so also probably going to follow Flipheal into Eastern here.
Yeah, I mean, it plays into what I said earlier, that in MC Shuffle, what am I saying? Eastern is going from a 2-check dungeon without the bow to, well, you're getting 4.
Right, yeah.
Maybe 5.
2, maybe 3 turns into, 4, maybe 5. And since the boss is shuffled, it's not as though you can just wait until you have the bow and be guaranteed to clear it, so...
Exactly.
It becomes a much more attractive... Actually be big for Thalane, since he's gonna be able to save and quit out of Eastern and go straight to Flipper's checks, whereas Flipheal is going to be faced with the choice of... I have to imagine he has it in mind that he's doing this into Aga, and then he's going to get those Flippers, and the Zora area is going to light up green, and he'll have to decide.
At that point, do you just assume the Moonpearl is in the Zora area? You do Aga,
right?
You
Yeah.
grab your Flipper or your Moonpearl.
Yeah.
If it isn't just sitting on Pyramid Ledge.
Still no glove, no hammer, so yeah, I think that's probably...
Exactly. Either Moonpearl is in Zora area, or glove and hammer, which is...
And then you still don't have a Moonpearl, and yeah, exactly.
Could just be on the mountain, but...
That's true.
Yeah. It would be interesting to see what Flipheal decides here. There's the flippers for Flipheal.
Alright, so we'll get some money and a save and quit from Thalane. And probably going to get to see Sora area now.
It looks like it.
Oh, right. We also get Mini Moldorm Cave and Ice. Right. We haven't. Thalane hasn't done any of that yet. Unlucky with the bomb there.
Those darn Moldorms. We're just sitting here in anticipation of
exactly.
What the Sora checks will yield.
Flipheal setting up a death warp, so this is gonna be straight to Aga, and you takes your chances with the flipper checks.
Yeah. A glove in these flipper checks could pull these runners apart even more.
Yeah.
It's probably still an Aga seed, even if there's a glove, but then Thalane would be forced to used to go and do mountain checks, maybe find the Moon Pearl even, but unlikely not an Aga seed. Unlikely, yeah, still likely it's an Aga seed.
Yeah, I mean the Bombo sitting on Lumberjack makes this Aga play so much easier to stomach, even with the checks that are unlocked by the flippers, because there are so many situations where you would need that Bombos.
Absolutely. Nothing on Hylian Island today.
And yeah, I mean, chat pointing out I'd want Moon Pearl first. In most situations, I would too. I agree that I would, but there's just, well, and there's the Moon Pearl.
Yeah.
But again, that's not going to hurt Flipheal too badly, because he will do Aga, check the Pyramid Ledge, see that it's not the Moon Pearl, and then go do Flipper's checks, and Thalane will probably still end up doing Aga later anyway.
I like that there's a bait bottle on Sora Ledge.
So bad.
I mean, it can't be 2 gloves. I mean,
Yeah. I mean, it becomes bad if there's a glove or a hammer on Zora, right? But having nothing on Zora means, yeah, now you say no thank you to that bottle. Do it later.
Yeah, you pick it up, and then you go do Aga.
Yeah, there is a world where Sick Kid has a glove, and the Mountain has another glove or a hammer, and Bombos is never required. But we'll just have to wait and see.
I would just personally take the L on that seed.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, 100%. Yeah.
It was like, oh yeah, we
The
got randoed by Lazy Kid.
Yeah, the only world where you check that bottle before doing Aga is if you have an activated flute already.
Yeah, or if you find flute and
Well,
a bottle.
I shouldn't say anyone, but for me personally, that's yeah.
Yeah. All right, Pyramid Ledge is not a moon pearl. Instead, it is a 3 balls. All right, use the bombs. Flipheal now hopes to find a moon pearl. I think I would personally just go into pod and immediately leave if it's bow locked, and just say, well, we did a check, it's done.
I think my on more times than not, I think I would go straight to Village of Outcasts. I would follow the flippers and the hook shot.
Right, so you, Doc, would be on Team West Darkworld. I'll be on Team East Darkworld.
I think so, yeah.
We'll see who wins. Maybe we both lose.
I mean... glove on Sick Kid for progression on Catfish.
We are so even right now, look at this. Flip is gonna enter the Dark World. Mere seconds ahead of Thalane. Alright, maybe a few more seconds.
Technically not wrong though. Mere seconds. Alright, Flipheal's my guy. Going straight to West Darkworld.
Well, I trust Thalane to be on Team East Darkworld here. He seems like a Potter's guy. Stand-up citizen. No! My boy's Thalane!
My boy!
Leaving me hanging.
I mean, if Pod was the play, we'll certainly be there eventually.
We even have the compass for Pod, so we can even say
that
that we go there to just scout the boss, like as an excuse. But all right, Team East Darkworld will have to wait. What was that on Bumper Ledge? I missed it.
It was 10 arrows. So,
10 arrows, not
yeah.
in logic.
Not in logic.
And Flipheal is first into Donkey Woods, which has a lot more value for us today, with potentially 4 items instead of maximum 2.
All right.
You got the key. Everything is okay. Yeah, these runners are showing us how to do the give the room here. Just doing the minimum required movement of that statue.
Oh,
And
thalane without the boots, not able to get the NMG Wallmaster grab though.
That's our first item. We got the Uncle Bombs.
Oh baby, a shield.
Got a first shield. Nice hook through the spikes there. Third key. Can't believe Skullwoods let us down like this. Thalane with a third try hook. It's gonna walk out. Which is faster if you missed a hand. Also faster if you didn't do this chest.
Yeah, I mean, it's much faster if you still have to do that chest.
So we're gonna come up to Thieves Town shortly, which is behaving quite differently from what we used to. Because we don't need to escort the blind to their cell anymore, or to the lighted up area. We can just go straight to the boss room. And this basically makes the back of Thieves Town a second left side swamp, if you may.
Yeah.
People like to orphan.
Especially without a hammer yet. It's really easy to talk yourself out of going there.
Oh yeah, 100%.
My understanding, though, is because of how the the order in which the randomizer places things, the same small key hammer locking logic applies.
Exactly. Like the key logic doesn't know about boss shuffle. Just praying for that first glove in the front so we can orphan everything in good consciousness.
Alright, the boss is in logic.
Yeah, I've got the key, so everything in this dungeon except the big chest is in logic now. Well, the boss isn't actually in logic unless we find the composite map.
Oh, yeah, fair point.
So that's another quirk.
Oh, yeah, I guess all that really does is put the attic in logic.
And the cell.
The cell doesn't need the small key.
Oh yeah, you're right. So first boss check is gonna come up here from Flipheal.
Baby.
What do you think it is?
There are not many we can defeat. We could technically defeat Helma, we could defeat Blind, we could defeat Moldorm and Moth. I guess
Argus.
we
can
could
defeat every boss.
actually, yeah, no, I take it back. You're right. We could beat
Wait.
Armos. We could beat everybody but Cold Stare and Trinex.
Okay. Flipheal is not going in for the boss check immediately here.
Is...
Neither is Thalane.
This is it. Okay. This is spicy.
This is the NMG runner strat here, I think. As a comparison, a lot of runners opt to just go and do the boss first. If they can defeat it,
Thalane, please. Oh no.
Harmless Hellway. If you can defeat the boss, you just do that, and then you go do the back. Easy. Or orphan the back, depending on if the boss gave you something. And then you go do the back. You don't have to go back up from the basement afterwards, basically. But I'm beginning to suspect that the boss shuffle is not something on their mind. Also, they got a fire rod.
Also the fire rod, so so we lose and they win.
Would you have skipped the back? Maybe.
I've been talked into it, yeah. But I mean, okay, so there's still, it's such a pain to get to Village of Outcasts still. And if you skip the back and get all the way around to Hype Cave, and you haven't seriously opened things up, Thalane, by the way, failing the hardest trick in the game, which is remembering you don't have a glove in this room.
And there's the book in Blind Cell. Interesting. So see, like, Flipheal has to walk all the way back up from the basement now. Instead of just doing an Earth Warp and leaving. Which is what you would avoid by doing the boss first.
Right, even if you're planning on going into the back, you still just do the boss first.
Yeah. But the second hardest trick. Okay, so Vanilla Blind. Funny game. I forgot what I was gonna say. Look at this beautiful blind fight with sword beams. Almost damageless. Very nice work.
Well done. Thalane coming in with no beams, gonna have to brute force it.
And we are rewarded with the first pendant. Let's go. But the back of Thieves had the goods today. We got a book and we got a fire rod. Fire rod puts 2 items in Skullwoods and Logic.
And also dramatically reduces the scenarios where we would need bombos.
Yes, it certainly does.
So, glove or flute on sick kid for...
And boom goes the mirror dynamite.
Boom goes the mirror dynamite.
Alright, now we got options. What do you do?
Clip to the mountain.
You don't go into a swamp for your first glove. Your first and second glove. I mean, they do have the shield required to enter the swamp, NMD style. Got a powder and K45.
Oh god. Yeah, that puts the worst possible way for Magic Bat to be in Logic. Thalane! Heads up. Yeah, I was joking about clipping to the mountain.
Oh boy, that's almost vanilla flute on Stumpy. So I think Flipheal is gonna head back and grab that sick kid arrows as well.
which was nothing. So that confirms aggro required for Dark World.
All right, so the back of Thieves Town skippers are gonna delay that fire rod quite a bit. This is...
Oh, and yeah, chat, thank you for correcting me. No mitts, still can't do. The bat is not in logic yet. My mistake.
no, not a single glove yet. Is this gonna be one of these rare both gloves for Go mode? Which I've seen only once in my life.
Oh, Thalane, this is going to be unfortunate. You're not going to be pleased with this. Ah.
Clearly a an okay play, since we have seen 0 gloves so far, and all we have left is Bootsless Desert and Bomber's Tablet. You know?
Flipheal, you haven't gotten the key yet. Flipheal, you have to bonk the torch. Flipheal. Oh no. Just making sure that door's still locked.
Oh, muscle memory. Finally, we can get the bombos from Lumberjack.
Yeah.
More importantly, though, is the East Death Mountain access.
Thalane not even opening the Igor chest, just gonna go straight to the boots before he comes back in to clear out everything.
I respect that.
Yeah, it's gotta be faster, right?
You're gonna do that room like a second faster with boots.
And you're going back that way for right side anyway.
Yep. Bam!
And there's the hammer.
Hammer in vanilla, big key chests in Desert Palace. Alright, so what do? Doc, quickly. Make a path.
Wait, why didn't Flipheal beat the boss of Desert? I'm confused.
Because it could be Trinix or something else horrible.
Oh, no glove. Right, thank you.
Also no glove. Which
Also
makes
no glove.
Sense.
Well, you have boots now. You just clip in.
Ah. Okay, HMD. That's not something we do here in the main tournament.
Okay, my bad. You're right. Listen, it's 42 minutes. If the runners can forget they don't have a glove, I can too.
Yeah. I mean, we can do Swamp now. That doesn't require a glove. Obviously, both gloves are in Swamp. That's what Swamp does in these seeds. Instead, we're going to spend all our time on East Death Mountain here. We can finish Hera for the green pendant.
So I always forget which arenas prohibit Trinex.
Trinix can't be on in Tower Hera, Skullwoods, Thieves Town, or Moldom 2.
So it's practically an overworld check to just clear out Hera here.
No, wait. Am I wrong? Hold on. I thought Trinix can be in Thieves Town. Yeah, that was my mistake. So it's 3 dungeons. Hera, Skull, and Moldom 2.
Okay.
I don't know why I said Thieves Town.
Oh, baby. Oop.
That's a vicious inherit.
Yeah. Not the hardest fight, but slow on this equipment and a little risky. Half magic and cape makes it free, though.
Makes it almost free.
Almost free, yeah.
You also gotta not take
Inconsequential.
any hits in phase 2.
Yeah, Thalane trading risk for speed here.
Oh boy.
Okay.
And
Oof.
gets it. Wowee. Green pendant. Two dungeons down, 2 pendants in the hand.
It looked like just a bottle on the floating island to me. Like a green goo, but I could be wrong. Yeah, it is the bottle. Okay.
Alright, so, Doc. Do we find a glove here in Paradox Cave? If not, what do we do?
Oh, man.
Surely it's use the glove.
I mean, there could be nothing in here, and both gloves are in pod, and you
even
still
with
win.
a glove, what do we do?
I mean, probably still pod. A glove makes pod a lot nicer with the flute.
Has to be swamp, right?
Yeah.
There's the glove. That makes swamp an easy decision, maybe.
Yeah.
What else opens up? Catfish. Spike Cave.
Desert boss.
The desert boss, which we may or may not be able to kill. Oh, back of escape is a good shout.
We'll get a small key and 2 items in here.
Thalane is going back to Skull Woods.
Yeah, I mean, there's plenty of beatable question mark dungeons at this point.
What do you think the odds are for Skull Woods to be the 3rd pennant?
Hold on, let me count real quick. 1 in 6, looks like.
1 in 5?
1 in 5, yeah.
Yeah. Flip is saying no swamp for me, please. I'm gonna check Catfish and Graveyard Ledge, maybe? King's Tomb? Yeah, this makes a whole lot of sense, actually.
We do have the compass for swamp, but I don't think Thalane checked the map when he was in there, unless I missed it.
I missed that too, if he did. Oh, he did check it.
He did check it. Okay, Moth is the boss of swamp. Good to know. Thank you for catching that.
All right, Catfish, what you got?
So in boss shuffle, if you've collected the compass of a dungeon, when you open the map, it'll have a little icon that tells you which boss is there. as long as you're in the dungeon. Not the overworld map doesn't tell you, but the dungeon map will.
Surely Thalane has checked what the boss is in Skullwoods.
Surely. Yeah, that's the boss indicator is a somewhat recent quality of life addition within the last year or so. I want to say. I think it had been added before the main tournament last year, so maybe not that recent.
I think it's 1.5 years old by now.
Yeah.
And it is a cold stare in Back of Skull.
Fortunate that the lane didn't grab that bombos. Won't really matter. The spikes do damage to every boss in here except for Moth, so you just play ping pong and knock them into the spiky walls.
Easy going. And
Oh,
that is
baby.
the third pendant.
Oh, baby. We got 3 pendants.
Oh, are we gonna get the blind?
For the fans, the lane. Listen, okay, in my first group match, I did a blind ped pull, along with a lot of other dumb things, and I lost by 2 seconds. If I had red ped, that would have been my 2 seconds. So I'm not in favor of blind pulling ped for the fans, but also, come on, the lane. We're gonna see it.
Flipheal just got a sword, by the way, from Clear Village. And there it is. 5 rupees. They're so shiny. Alright, compass
Eastern
to east then.
compass.
Flipheal is going to do the exact same thing here. Finish off Skullwoods, pull ped.
And both runners, even with the mirror, are saying no thank you to Bombos, which is interesting.
Well, we don't know if we need it yet.
I mean, fair, right? But when are you going to be closer? I don't know.
Yeah,
I guess it's an easy save and quit to Sank if you do find out you need it later.
If you get mitts and you can scout Meyer.
Yeah, and then you just
if you
get
him
before you go to Dark Death Mountain. Yeah.
Like, do you get bombers before scouting it?
I absolutely would. Yeah.
I think it sort of depends on what other medallions you have.
Fair.
It is not free to get bombos, but it's also quite comfy to have bombos for a modern cold stare fight.
Yeah. Oh.
Alright, Flipheal is playing fast and loose with these eyeballs. Gets them down. Gets the reward. Big key. And a pendant.
Cold Stare is one of those fights that's pretty inconsequential to NMG runners who have put so much practice into, getting the specific kill down. But they hit really hard. And
They do.
When they're in the wrong boss arena, it can go sideways quickly, but nice kills from both.
Flipheal knows that the lane is pulled the pet, so we don't need to pull it. And I don't think Thalane got the big chest in Skullwoods, did they?
No. Thalane fluted away.
Yeah, so potential sadness.
It might be
happiness.
Is it a small key? It has to be a small key, I think.
No. Big key was on the boss. So.
Oh, you're right. Yeah.
That beautiful dash line got ruined by a bush guard.
Map of Ice Palace, although we have all our map info now, so we don't care about that anymore.
Except for Full Logic. All right, Flipheal got the time sync arrows in that big chest. Presumably, this is also going to be a swamp play for Flipheal. After grabbing Bombos.
Having Bombos, okay.
Yeah. Save the mirror transition by doing it after Skull.
Yeah, I mean, that's me wrong right there. This is a much better way to do this. You get to save and quit out. Yeah.
I don't think we saw Spike Cave either.
No, we haven't, because we didn't have the glove the first time through the mountain.
That's right, that's right. Alright, so Flipheal has been a lot more thorough with the overworld here, but hasn't gotten anything for it. Except, well, a third sword from Graveyard Ledge is pretty big.
Yeah, and just like that, by the way, a very quick moth kill in Swamp for thalane. And going back in for left side. I don't know, in Map Compass Shuffle, saving left side for after the boss when you still need this much, I'm not sure I agree with that.
I don't know. I don't know what anyone does or should do with Swamp.
No, I mean, true, right? Like, yeah, I'm an 0-2 fourth quartile scrub, so by no means. But I would think if you're gonna, I mean, I've always been told if you know you're gonna full clear Swamp, it's faster to do left side first.
The hope is that the big key is in the back.
Ah, right. Yep.
You know, and in this mode, you know, if you find the big key, there's a guaranteed item in the big chest.
That makes sense.
Whereas in a normal mode, you can still hope it's map or compass in the big chest. So I don't know what the statistically best clear is. I just know that it feels worse going back in emotionally. Thalane is having a little bit of an issue here with the bomb diver down, but it's gonna get it now. So, Doc, what's your emotional damage with left side Swamp?
So I mean, I literally have an emote on my channel that's pigeon logic, right? Because I have a tendency to let past experience influence future decisions more than I should. So I can't even think of anything specific. There's just been enough times that there's been a bow on left side Swamp, for example.
There we go.
Yeah.
And a big key. Meaning, if Flipheal goes left side Swamp first, there will be some time save. And another compass, the desert.
Oh, okay. That's actually potentially useful, although...
Definitely. You don't have to go all the way to the back of the desert to find out it's a Tynex.
Yeah. You do still need to open the front with the book, which is not ideal, but...
Yeah.
Surely we're about to get our mitts out of pod, and then that'll be moot.
I still hope Flipheal's gonna find mitts in Swamp here, even though we checked every check from Thalane's side. Got a bonk fairy from the tree outside pod. Very good knowledge. I like it. So there's actually a good chance here that the second glove is just here in pod in logic before the bow even.
First boomerang on green pendant.
And Flipheal is going left side swamp first. Gets to the bow. It's gonna have a nicer full clear of swamp. Picking up some time that he has lost due to clearing the overworld. Alright, quickly Doc, what do you think? Bow locked or not?
No.
Not bow locked? Okay.
No.
So you agree with Team East Darkworld?
No. I didn't say that. I didn't say that. We do have the compass to pod, so thalane will be able to check the boss before heading to the back.
Yeah, if you remember. It's really hard to remember to check it, I find. And that's 2 keys. Three keys.
Quick bomber down from Flipheal.
Right, that's a 4 keys front of pod.
Can we go for 6?
6 more keys. The dream. I don't know. Is that the dream?
I mean...
Right, that's a big key.
That is a key. Hey!
The dream. You can go straight to the back and kill whatever boss there is. Without checking.
Oh, without checking the map.
Alright. YOLO.
Unless he's already done it. thalane, please. I'm sure he's already done it and we just missed it.
Surely. But, oh, there we go.
Ah, there it is. Moth. Okay. Alright, that's our first duplicate.
Nice, nice.
So, by the way, we are now guaranteed to need the ice rod, I believe.
Not necessarily.
That's not true. Not necessarily. It could be Ice Trinex and only Ice Trinex.
Yeah. Ice Trinex and the GTB key is not there.
Right.
So, Ice Rod is always ambiguous. Until you scout 2 Trinex here. Is that how you say that? Trinex it says.
Trinexum.
Dodecahex.
I think it's like moose and moose.
Moose and Meese.
Yeah, exactly. Trineeks.
Yeah, they're Trinexes. Right. Second
Oh baby, oh baby.
Well, that's the bow lock bow, ladies and gentlemen. Viewers of the stream. I believe we're gonna see an Eastern check as well.
Although thalane still has the rest of pod.
Oh, that's right. We never saw any items. so the back
6
is in
more
logic.
items in the back, yeah. Oh yeah, fully in logic, 7 items in the back. Or no,
Yeah.
6. 1 more small key.
Yeah, it's all in logic without the bow. So East Dark Worlders could have gotten some payload out here, like a glove. It almost has to be a glove now, because what else do we have to do?
Well, I mean, the Dark Maze and the big check, like these 3 checks and Harmless Hellway are not in logic with the right.
The only thing in the back here, not in logic, without bow, is the big chest.
Right, because it's not entrance.
Yeah.
Because you can't spend that 6th small key.
Exactly. Without a bow.
Without a bow.
Well, East Dark Worlders in shambles. Nothing in the back. You win, Doc. The runners win.
The runner, we both lose. We both last locate that fire rod.
That's true. Although, what has the fire rod done for us anyway?
Yeah, I mean, fair point.
Is there a scenario where you get away in this seed without ever getting fire rod?
Maybe, but you do need the book. So, probably.
That's right. Maybe.
I mean, it's possible you don't need it, but yeah.
Like if the myths are on the eastern boss, then you don't need a book. Did we check the boss here? It happens so fast, dude.
Yeah, it's wait, in Eastern? No, I missed it.
Yeah.
We have the compass. Surely he checked it.
Surely it's not just Trianix.
I have never seen the like backwards facing Dark Turtles. That was really cool. All right, we have a Helmosaur.
And Flipheal gets those silvers. Very nice kill. The reverse silver arrow.
So Flip is behind by a backup pod, which apparently he's not checking, and an Eastern clear.
Yeah, I mean there was nothing there, right? So skip it.
I mean that could be one of those classic unintentional time saves if he doesn't go back for it.
I mean, what's likely happening, which happens to me, is you go right side in pod, you get the big key, all the small keys, kill the boss, you leave because you killed the boss, right?
Right, exactly. I'm done with the dungeon. Yep, 100. Yeah, absolutely.
And then only later you realize, wait, what did I do? Alright, so thalane is rushing out of the pod area, going to presumably check the remaining glove checks and mirror checks that Flipheal has already done.
Unfortunately, they've killed Aga and he has a mirror, so save and quit probably would have been faster.
Marginally, but yes. So it's...
Is it not that much?
I don't think it's an extreme amount, but I think saving quitting would be quicker.
Yeah.
But in terms of remaining checks that we have unseen is Spike Cave, Desert Boss, Thieves Town Big Chest, and Magic Bat?
Yeah, that sounds right.
4 very interesting checks that no one wants to do right now. We may have checked Magic Back already, I hear. I personally would probably just start with Spike Cave. Seems like the least worst of them.
I would probably start with desert. Not saying that I think that's the better play. It's just what I would probably do.
Yeah, that's also very reasonable. It's a crystal. Feels
It's
a
just
little bit
the problem
awkward.
is that we don't know if we can do it. Like,
We have the compass, so we'll learn that the second we
Yeah.
set foot in the dungeon. But
you can absolutely foresee a world where Thalane never gets to this, so this is going to be good.
not the immediate map check in desert. I mean, it is so hard to remember, honestly.
Yeah, here it is. And Argus. Nice.
Okay, it is killable. Ice Trinix intensifies.
Yeah, I mean, we've got 3 crystal bosses left unknown.
Yeah. However, because the way boss shuffle is rolled in the algorithm, there's a bias towards putting Trinix in the Ice Armor's room in GT. So the more we learn, the more dungeons we learn where Trinix could have been and isn't, the more likely it is it's just Ice Trinix now, by like a far amount. I think it's close to 40-50% it's Ice Trinix at this point.
Wow. Flipheal, I have to imagine unintentionally saving a ton of time by skipping the back of pod.
Yes.
Because he's now pulled into the lead, and
Yeah.
you know, unfortunately, it's easy to give it back and then some if he
remembers again.
remembers and gets stuck and figures, oh, that's my density now.
But we know it's nothing. And wait,
And that's Samaria.
that doesn't do anything.
Nope,
So
not without
Spike
mitts.
Cave? Are we mitts go mode? Yes.
And
Eventually.
probably Ice Rod and maybe a medallion.
Hilarious. Thalane is just now saving the old man. I'm confused.
Wait. What?
I think that was I don't know. I don't want to guess what the intentions were before.
Yeah.
If that was intentional.
I mean, early flute makes that, obviously very doable.
And look at this.
Look at that sync.
Gonna get our mitts in Spike Cave simultaneously. We were just commenting on that Thalane hadn't rescued the old man yet.
The lane skip.
Oh yeah. Didn't do Hera either. Okay.
No, he did. This is Hera Basement.
Oh, is it? Hera Basement before Spike Cave? That's fair.
And Hera Basement is the answer.
Oh, okay. Alright. So Flipheal is gonna rush out of Spike Cave here, which is actually a decent amount of faster than saving quitting to Pyramid. So we're down to Hera Basement, I think.
Did we see the hobo check? We did, right?
Yeah. And Magic Bat has been checked. So, Mitch in her basement. Feels good.
Feels so good.
Feels,
What a-
or
what a
what's
good-
the opposite of good?
What a good. No, we missed something. Okay.
Maybe we didn't check Magic Bat then.
Yeah, I don't recall seeing it. The green pendant was the red boomerang. Thieves Town big chest. Yep.
Oh yeah, vanilla mitts.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay, game. And you would think the NMGers would pick up on that, but
Amazing.
here we
Amazing.
are.
Amazing.
I don't know if Doc. I don't think you and I would have been punished as hard.
Yeah, right.
Oh dear. Both runners gonna last locate Thieves on big chest together.
And yeah, this is Thalane checking Magic Bat first, just saying, "Oh God, please, 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 please."
I think Flipheal is actually completely oblivious to the fact that backup pod has not been checked.
Yeah, I think so. Surely we have mitts already, right?
It's been over an hour, Doc. Surely I'm in go mode. And there's confirmation that Magic Bat was not the answer we were looking for. Saving quits out of Magic Bat, so are we floating back to CAC or?
Oh, this might be pod.
Oh yeah, it was.
Oh, right, Desert Boss, yeah.
Desert Boss. Because it was Thalane that's no, it was Flipheal that skipped back a pod, right?
Right.
Or
yeah.
was it?
Yeah, no, it was Flipheal. You're right.
Am I? I don't even know
yes,
anymore.
yeah, Flipheal skipped back a pod.
What a galaxy brain skip.
And if I don't know what kind of tracker Flipheal uses, but if it includes a chest counter, I've got to imagine he's just already marked it as empty, and this is going to be a never punished.
Yeah, some people just click empty on the dungeon when they go in, and then they never look back. And looking at Flipheal's stream, Flipheal actually doesn't use a item counter tracker, so would never have known. What do you think for Thalane's sake here? What's the worst? If Mitz would have been on the Desert Boss, or if it's actually Thieves on Big Chest? Because if it's here, he would have been able to get them instead of doing all the other checks.
Right, yeah.
And there they are.
Oh, baby. Funny game. All right, immediate Meyer check.
Yeah,
and then Ice Palace, right?
I mean, we are in pseudo or Schrodinger's go mode here.
Right.
We don't know if we need Ice Rod. We don't know if we need medallions. We have 3 crystal dungeons. That's the bombos for Meyer entry at least. Oh boy. And Thalane getting the news that that's not Mitz, that's Desamaria. And is now thinking about what else is there left to do. Hopefully doesn't remember. No,
Yeah.
wait. Oh, hopefully
No,
does remember Thieves.
Yeah. Yeah, those look like frustration grabs. I think. Yeah. Here we go.
Oh, baby. So for Meyer, we don't have a compass. We'll have to blind check the boss here.
Yeah.
So maybe it would be It's a little bit more interesting to do ice first, for which we do have a compass. I'm not sure.
Trinex can be in here, I believe. So, right?
Yes, Chinese can be anywhere now except Moldon 2.
Thieves Sound Big is such a feels bad. I mean, like, it's especially feels bad in boss shuffle, right? When you don't know for a fact that it's easier to imagine that your opponent just never came here until later.
Yeah.
Of course, the only reason Flipheal has the lead that he does is because he forgot about the back pot.
Or skipped it on purpose.
Skipped it on purpose. Yeah, that's fair. Yeah.
I mean, we don't really know what's going on inside the heads, and some
That's
people
true. Yeah.
just do that as a play to gain back a lot of time.
Yeah, and in this case, it was
And thalane is actually going straight into ice first, not even checking Maya Medallion, I think. Oh no, it's ice. It's Trinex. Is this a version of Ice Trinex that is more palatable?
A million times, yes.
Alright, so Ice Shot is not in DT.
I think he skipped the top torch check.
Oh no.
he went straight to cutscene without checking the top torches.
Oh, oopsie whoopsie. Nerves are wearing thin.
Yeah, definitely.
The stage of a seed that has just had your last locate mitts in Thieves on Big Chest.
Yeah, and like yeah. With the timer being where it is, I can imagine.
Oh yeah.
Either of these runners, you start watching the race room at this point. Like, oh god.
Yeah, you start eyeballing that. Like, surely they've not been done for the past 10 minutes. No way that happens in this scene. But still start looking. There's a Ganon Birna in Big Chest. The wrong color for this dungeon. There's still the chance that we get 2 Trinexes in the seed. We've only seen 1 duplicate so far, right? Moth twice.
We have seen Moth twice, and that's the only duplicate we've seen. Yep. So we've seen a Helmasaur, an Argus, a Vitreous, 2 Moths, Cold Stare, Blind, and Trinex. So we're missing Lanmo and Armos.
Banmo, Armus, and Moldorm.
And Moldorm, yeah.
And 2 dupes.
Yeah.
Alright, Flipheal is gonna be relieved here that it's not Trinix. It's actually a lamp. So here's the interesting conundrum that Flipheal would face now. Going into ice, probably before the mountain. Sees, it's going to see that it's ice Trinix, or Trinix.
Right.
Do you leave to do TR? Probably.
That you might not even be able to get into. Yeah.
Exactly.
But probably, yes.
Plus, in this game.
Yeah. You definitely check the boss here first.
You definitely forget
You
to check the
definitely
boss here.
forget to check the boss and just start going in, yep.
Alright, so the trick here is to forget to check the boss for
Find
long
the ice
enough
rod. Yeah.
that you're actually too deep into the dungeon to leave.
Yep. And then find the ice rod in the big chest.
Okay, okay, that's the plan.
It might, you know what? Legitimately, Flipheal might be not checking it on purpose to make it an easier decision to check the first couple chests. Like, that's not out of the, you know?
Could be, could be.
Because there's a lot of stuff in logic here. Everything but the boss is in logic here.
I do not know where or when we found that ice compass, but it is something we have.
Yeah, and I don't know what Flipheal's tracker situation is, but there was a really nice update to Dunka Tracker within the last same year and a half time period that auto tracks compasses for you.
All right, so Thalane skipped a couple of checks in Mire here, probably to gamble up some time save. Gonna head into TR soon. And that's a good mushroom to find.
Oh baby.
Maybe Flipheal doesn't have the compass for ice because that's in the back of the pod. Because with compass you should have the key counter.
Oh yeah, he doesn't have it. Yep.
Yeah. Although that sort of showed us that he forgot to check. Alright, so interesting. No medallions in ice so far. No ice rod. 1 check left. And that is bad news for Flipheal. And while that happened, Thalane has opened up TR with bombos.
Yeah. Double
required bombos from Lumberjack. Alright, this is it. Is ice rod in here? What do you think?
It still might not be required, maybe.
Ice rod is required.
Oh wait, no, it is required. Right. It's in, yeah. I forgot. Forgot already. Wishful thinking.
But this is Ice Rod's second home, right? So surely it is in TR. And there's the bad news for Flipheal. Do we have confirmation on a vanilla Trinix?
Do we? I missed it. Oh, okay, yeah.
All right, so we got the double Trinix. Cool.
and that means no Ice Trinix.
So Thalane is leaving to do the mountains. Oh my god! No way, the mushroom was the ice rod!
Wow.
What?
And we have another lead change because, yeah.
Oh boy. So
Mushroom was in Ice Palace, which has Trinix as a boss. Thalane had the Ice Palace compass, so he poked his head into Ice Palace, saw that it was Trinix, and immediately left.
Skipping back of pod was the move all around.
Yeah.
All along. This is highly unfortunate for Thalane. Thalane did find a fourth sword.
Yeah, and Thalane's going back into TR to look for the ice rod, so
oh boy,
that's going to be unlucky.
I don't know what to say.
I would do the same thing. Like,
I don't know what I would do. Surely, like, you can do Smith Chain, but that seems just as bad as a double dip of ice.
Yeah.
Right?
I mean, it wasn't just the pod back skip, right? It was that gave Flipheal some time, but it's really the not having the Ice Palace. Well, so not having the Ice Palace compass, which was, we think, in the back of pod. So I suppose, yeah, exactly. Skipping back of pod, in that sense, was the real difference here.
Thalane should have known better than to check what boss it was in ice.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the double-edged sword, right? Knowledge.
Yeah.
Sometimes you know too much. Yeah. So what else do you do after TR checks? Because you got Smith Chain.
Oh man.
You got Ice Palace, basically.
Yeah.
Isn't there an argument for just going into Ice Palace in MC Shuffle?
Yeah, I think so.
Instead of Smith Chain. That also gives you the option of saving this portal, which Smith Chain really doesn't, unless you do it. Hook speed pegs for TR entrance. And Flip finds out it is Bombos. And I imagine it's very relieved.
Very relieved, yeah.
So there's now 0% chance of a Trinix in ice. Or on ice
In
armors.
GT, yeah. Yeah, we are going to see Smiths first from Thalane.
Understandable.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think I disagree with any of Thalane's decision, like with the information that he had. It's
No.
all super reasonable.
Absolutely. This is a good example of an extremely hard seed to route.
Yeah.
It's choices every step of the way. You have to always be conscious of weird routing that you usually don't do with the lack of gloves and so on.
And especially the lack of gloves, because even with the Ice Palace information, if we had had access to ice earlier, when we still needed more stuff, right, you might not be so quick to leave when you see the Trinex.
Yes. So, yeah. I think both runners are making an excellent demonstration of this mode. But we can only have one winner.
So remember at the beginning when you asked me what I thought of McPaw? And I said, as long as you get lots of equipment and information early, it's fine. Otherwise, it's very stressful.
Yes.
Yeah. This is what I meant.
You want to find at the ice rod in Kakariko?
Yeah, exactly.
Here we go. Ice Palace is the answer. Little does Thalane know that that's almost half true.
Yeah, it's not the answer in the way that he wants it to be. It's the answer in one of the worst possible ways. Of course, it's never over till it's over, but Flipheal has a commanding lead at this point. Nice laser skips. And Thalane not leaving with that mushroom because how could you, right? Like there's.
Yeah, why would you?
Yeah. That was a slick hammer dash. I like that.
And there's the 7th crystal from Flipheal.
All right, Mike, put on your Flipheal hat. Imagine your Flipheal. How are you routing GT? I know you have thoughts about this stuff.
If I'm not me, but I am instead Flipheal, I'll probably I'll probably go Hope Room.
What if you're you, but with all of the things, having experienced the seed the way Flipheal did?
I would Rand Rush personally.
Okay.
Potentially. I usually decide at the moment. I don't always do Rando Rush, but often. Thalane gets the Ice Rod and is thoroughly disappointed in the scene.
Yeah.
What route would you take, Doc?
I usually, I don't know. Lately, I've been doing Rando Rush. I like to have simple rules that can reduce my thinking as much as possible. And lately, my mantra has been, "Don't think about it, just do Rando Rush." So.
So the special thing with Mike Boss is that if there's a chance for Ice Trinix, you want to leave, or at least I want to leave that for last.
Right.
Which gives even more weight to a Rando Rush, because then I just go all the way there, and then I do a full right afterwards.
Yeah, so Rando Rush means you skip Hope Room. You do what Flipheal did. You go left straight to Stalfos Room, and then go continue all the way to Rando Room, and then mirror out. But Rando Rush loses this time.
Yeah, we got the big key in Hope Chests. I believe that's check number 6, maybe? Who's even counting these things?
6 or 7, yeah.
6.5, let's go with that. So if anyone guessed 6.5, you win. So Flipheal is doing the climb, while thalane is still in ice and has an entire TR to do. So people who haven't seen Ice Trinix can't really appreciate just how bad of a boss fight that is. It is incredibly hard to do that without using multiple potions. It's just everything works against you in that fight. Very nice execution here from Flipheal in the GT Gauntlet. It's almost as if they have a 125 in NMG.
Yeah, seems like he has done this a few times.
And there's another boss. We got Helmasar. I believe that's our 3rd dupe. And I would put Moldor maybe on Moldor 2.
I think it has to be because Armos can't be in Moldorm 2, right? So Armos has to be in Ice Armos.
Yeah, that's true. That's correct. Armos can't be on Moldor 2, I think. Yeah. Vanilla Ice Armors.
several vanilla bosses in this one. Ice Armos. Yeah.
Get some unlucky patterns on Naga 2.
Yeah.
The stress is palpable. Right now you're eyeballing that race room.
Oh, yeah.
Or you close it down like I do. And you're just trying to not fail at everything you do. And there's Aga 2 down. And this next fight should be just, standard stuff. You got silvers and gold
Pretty
sword.
straightforward, yeah. Well, Flipheal only has tempered, yeah.
Yeah, but silvers and tempered. Plenty of health. Feels pretty reliable.
Half magic, red mail, yeah. Pretty comfy.
Can't get comfier. Thalane is going to get the 7th crystal, maybe? And boom goes the pig dynamite. Put your GG's in chat for Flipheal.
And Flipheal finishing with an official race time of 1:48.55. And we have an immediate forfeit from Thalane. GG's to both.
GG's to both. And we are hopefully going to get Flipheal in here shortly for an interview. But yeah, that was an excellent demonstration in Muck Boss Miser, don't you think?
Oh yeah, a lot of the terrible things that can happen in MC Boss Shuffle happened. So, yeah, it was great.
Yeah, we got to see not one but 2 Trinexes. Amazing. And there he is, Flipheal. GG's, man. How's it going?
GG's. It's going well, I guess. What a seed.
What a seed. So, of course, the question on everyone's mind.
Let's just jump straight into.
Well, okay, we'll get to that later. We'll get to that later. Go ahead, Mike. Go ahead.
No, I was just
piling
on.
A lot of goofs this seed, yeah.
So we're all curious what happened with Pod.
I apparently miscounted. I think I counted 5 in the beginning, and then just when I went to the back, I was just like, I think I just thought I had 4 in between killing the boss and then coming back in.
Gotcha. Yeah. So the front was all keys.
Apparently the ice compass map, which bailed me out.
Gotcha. So, but that was calculated. It wasn't like I forgot to go to the back of Pod. It was no. I don't think there are any items back there. Gotcha.
Yeah. I did go back. I just skipped the one chest because I thought it was a key.
Okay. We were terrible then because we thought you skipped the entire back.
Yeah, we missed it. We thought
me and Tom.
Yeah.
No,
so
I definitely went back in.
Okay. Ignore our entire commentary then because we spent way too long talking about that.
Yeah, I apologize.
Yeah, that's
But-
us. That's us being bad. Sorry.
But more interestingly is what you think of Thieves Town, like, yeah, because that was the whole thing in this scene.
Yeah, so that was gross. McBoss specifically, I know it's like, in a lot of normal enemizers, like people are like less likely to go in the back depending, but like, map compass shuffle, like you get a small key or not, it's like you go back up, but in Agassiz, I guess you don't want to skip much, so just went back there. I'm guessing Thalane went back there too.
Yes.
Yeah, you both had pretty identical routes for most of the seed. And you both went for the back of Thieves Town before even killing the boss and without the hammer. So you both ended up last locating that pretty much simultaneously.
Yeah, the big difference was Thalane dipping into Ice Palace, immediately checking the map, and then immediately leaving.
Yeah. I mean, knowledge is not always good, apparently, is what we learned today.
Yeah.
Oh,
Sometimes ignorance is bliss. So, yeah. So, like, my thinking was that what was going on? What were you thinking after the whole first Dark World loop? You got the book and the fire from back of Thieves. Did you think about whether or not your opponent had done similar moves? And because you found the boots behind the book there.
yeah. So I felt obviously good when I saw the boots, but my only real concern, I guess, was like, would he maybe have skipped Eastern? I didn't want to dip it, but I pretty much was committed to it being an Agassiz, but I was like, can I at least get Pearl before doing it? Like, I wanted to do the front in like one fell swoop, so unfortunately dipping Easter didn't feel good, so I didn't know if I was like slightly behind because of that. But then, I don't know, I just figured it made sense to keep going after Thieves because going back to the boss for one item was pretty slow. And then it just worked out getting the flute mirror right away. You can just come back later with the flute.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you were actually the first one into the Dark World. Although it was very close because Thalane dipped the front of escape earlier, so had the flippers already, and so did get and hadn't done South Shore yet either. So he was able to get the Moon Pearl before doing Aga, whereas you did Aga and then immediately got your Moon Pearl. So it was very, very close for almost the entire race.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was the other thing. Like, I until like the obvious like compass thing that kind of just skyrocketed me. I the whole time I was just like, this is gonna be pretty close, and like, are all the small things, stupid mistakes I did gonna just cost me, right? Like a couple times trying to pick up things without a glove. The desert forgetting to get the small key was hilarious and painful. Messing up the mire. For some reason, messing up Torches 1, my brain just like went straight down instead of going up. So that I was almost tempted to skip the big key after making that mistake, but I was like, no, this seed's so bad.
We appreciated the ped pull.
Yeah. It's not often you see 3 pendants before the first crystal.
Yeah.
So
I feel like that's a McBoss special. I don't know. I've done like 1 or 2 character seeds, and they just love giving you pendants early.
Yeah. I mean, you don't know which dungeons are pendants, so you more blindly find pendants on your way in this sort of mode.
Pretty convenient that Skullwoods was the third one right there, right there.
Yeah, too convenient. Sadly, it was no progression on Ped today. No Ice Rod. Would have been beautiful. So, like, we're looking at your group here now, and like, we got a pretty tight grouping. We got Prier with a 1-3, Thalane with a 1-2. Now you with a 1-0, and Magnet Hands with a 2-0. So it's a pretty stacked group where still everyone have a shot at taking home the 2 slots. What do you think about your chances?
After winning this one, I feel a little better because everyone's scary. I think I give a slight edge to Thalane out of everyone, but like I said, they're all scary and good. So winning this one feels pretty good, and based on the fact him and Krieger are, I guess, a bit lower. If I can win or split out even, chances look pretty good. So, and then I have 3 more scheduled next week. So I'll, by the end of next week, we'll have a better idea of how this group's shaping out.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, GG's to both. And thanks for putting on a great show. And Mike, thanks for commenting with me and our tracker Kif. And everyone putting on the restream.
Yeah, thanks again for the comms, the tracking, the restream. I saw there was something like 5 races on, so I wasn't even sure, if ours would get restreamed. So, glad to see I was one of the ones. So appreciate
There's
it.
a lot of races going on right now, and it's always fun to be part of this. So I appreciate your running more than I appreciate me talking.
Same. Same.
So I used to run this out, like, apart from the race is still going on SG5 and 6, Tyler Salt versus Ganon's Gone Wild is coming up on SpeedGaming 2 like a minute ago. So that's where I'll be heading after this, at least. And then after that, the schedule looks undetermined at this point. So that's the big one for today. And then we got tomorrow with even more races. So big thanks to Doc and Kif. Hope everyone had a great time. I sure did. Hope to see you guys soon again.
GG's. Thanks. Bye.